An invitation to philosophy of education, idealism. Here are the objectives. After reading this chapter, students are expected to: number 1, describe the relationship of philosophy and education. Number 2, explain what philosophy of education is and its relevance. And number 3, acquire a clear understanding regarding the different philosophical systems relevant to philosophy of education. The darkness of the cave and the people's complacency inside it perfectly describe the environment of today's generation. Currently, we are being plagued by the information from the internet and media. Children wake up with their new best friends: PlayStation, TV, tablets, radio, MP3 players, and other awesome gadgets. Going beyond the cave, idealism. The very principle of the myth of the cave gave birth to one oldest known philosophy of education, idealism. Idealism's basic principle, as the term implies, is that ideas from the world of ideas are the only reality. The shadows from the cave, even the fire that serves as the lolly copy of the sun, merely replicate the environment of the outside world. Thus, the world of matter is only a representation of the world of ideas. How is this principle relevant to education? First, idealists give more importance to the laborious and often torturous intellectual journey of searching for. Gaining wisdom is not just a walk in the park. It is painful, challenging climb from the slippery and dangerous dark cave. Why do you keep on journeying out of the cave, even though you constantly feel like a loser every time you fall on your knees? Because having good education does have its own advantages, be it personal or societal. Most importantly, the benefits of education extend beyond personal. Plato thinks that acquiring education is one of the vital requirements in building his utopia, which is a just and good society. Idealists give more importance to the world of ideas, or the realm of eternal ideas, than the world of matter or sensory data. They agree that education should be geared not only towards the development of the mind, but also the things that have lasting value. Socrates was Plato's teacher. He was the most enigmatic philosopher ever. He did not write anything, yet he was very, very famous. For one thing, he was responsible for the precept, "Know thyself." On this single yet significant line rests what idealists call the subjectivist aspect. This is one of the characteristics that idealism stresses, which gives importance to the self or individual. This is also expressed by the educator J. Donald Butler, 1966, who says that the self is the most fundamental reality that a person experiences before another self or community of selves. Although subjectivism is given importance, Plato also emphasizes the individual living harmoniously with the rest of the society. He said that you need to develop yourself and your full potentials, but this does not mean that this could be achieved in an isolated education. Plato suggests that you should go out and mingle with others, just like Socrates himself was often seen at the agora talking to people. Indeed, the self can have more meaning in a larger picture or community, which is the society. Idealists prefer the world of unchanging and eternal ideas. They maintain that no education should be worthy of its name if it's not character education. Immanuel Kant, 1960, a German philosopher, comments that if we want to shape the character of children, educators, including parents, should give maxims and not punishment. A maxim is a guiding principle that teaches a person what he or she should not do or choose. Aside from this, Kant adds that children should be taught to do things not out of mere inclination, but of duty. Doing things this way means following one's reason. If a child is trained this way, that kid will be of great use as he or she matures. Plato aims for dialectic learning. Dialectic learning happens when different ideas clash. Socrates believed that this is genuine method of philosophizing. With this, you can shape your critical thinking skills and then think holistically when you go along. Idealists think that persons should have holistic training rather than a specialized one. The goal here is to produce graduates with broad understanding, not specific skills. The dialectic method requires a great deal of critical altitude and extensive study. Today, with the increase of schools that specialize in developing technical skills, this method is not often used. Idealist teachers do not give much importance to rote memorization of facts, but do comprehension of ideas. Though they often use lecture method to stimulate the minds of students, they also give different kinds of activities, such as projects and library research, to encourage creativity and self-realizations. Acknowledgement. Contents taken from Exploring the Philosophical Terrain, edited by Lenny D.I.R. Garcia, published by C&E Publishing Incorporated, 2013. Thank you.